Okay, okay. So the transmission is going now. Okay, so I don't think I need to tell a lot about me because I introduced myself to Pop already, and William and Abdul Kadir are my frequent students, so they know me very well. I'm really very glad, and for Pop and William, new information that maybe can be important for you, we will continue the topic we started last week. But I think you will find yourself very easily with that. I don't know if you remember or if it is celebrated in your country, but on March the 8th, in many countries we celebrate the International Women's Day. And for this reason, I choose a topic about a particular person who worked a lot and changed some things, not only in the space, because was working in this area, but also regarding situation of women and the loss of women. So we will continue today this class because we didn't do much last week. So we will see how well it would go today. So, because you have already had the opportunity to say hello, we will start just right. I will share my screen. And on the screen, I would like us to start with the questions. So this is what we did last week. So we will, important information for Pop. After this, the lesson, I will share on the Telegram group the sheet we are using. So in any case you would like to see what we have done last week, there will be such possibility. So, okay. First of all, I would like us to read the questions about Katrin Johnson, who is our hero of the day. I mean, we will be talking about her. And then we will listen again the short audio we did last week, but we will remind ourselves about her because even for those who were present during the class last week, we probably forgot everything or almost everything. So to help us work on this sheet, we need to hear the story of Catherine once more. So to make the things easier, I'm going to let you read the questions before we listen to let you know what is important to which parts of the audio you should pay more attention, okay? So maybe I will ask Abdul Kadir if you will be kind to read the three first questions. I hope that my screen is visible.
Okay, teacher. Number one, why didn't Johnson attend school in her hometown? Second question, what type of calculations did the human computers do for NASA in the 1950s? Three, what important work events did Johnson and her colleagues miss and why? What was their response?
Okay, thank you, Abdul Kadir. For this time, any questions about vocabulary or meaning of the questions? Everything is clear?
NASA, teacher. We read NASA, NASA, NASA or CA.
Yes, because this, look at the year, it's 1950, and before NASA became NASA was NACA. And in the audio, it will be introduced why is this change. So don't worry, you see well, and Abdul Kadir read well. So don't worry.
Okay,
any other questions? The three first questions are clear. Okay, so let's proceed. We have three more questions from 4 to 6. Pop will be so kind to read them for us.
Me, teacher.
Yes, please.
Okay, number 4. Was this astronaut John Glenn required before he flew his mission? Why? Number 5, how did Johnson help the astronauts on the Apollo 13 missions? Number 6, what's the difference between the hidden finger book and film?
Thank you. So any questions at that point? Are
How
there the
mistake that I did? I read.
Sorry,
Am
Pop?
What's mistake that I did, teacher? I scared I
Hidden figures. Hidden, not hidden, but hidden.
hidden.
And Apollo 13 mission, Apollo 13. And yeah, for now it's enough. Don't worry, we are allowed to make mistakes.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay, so now let's listen the story. So remember few more or less the questions. My Italian influence is so bad. So I wanted to say più o meno, what exactly means less or more or less, but in Italian. So we will listen the audio. We will do it only once, so it could be challenging, but I hope we will manage to do that. So I need to reshare the screen and now with the audio. So you can, I think it's that, with the sound. Okay.
Katherine Johnson was born in 1918 in West.
Is it audible?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
1918 in West Virginia, USA. Her father was a farmer and her mother was a housewife, but had been a teacher. Education was very important to the family, but African American students in her town had to leave school at 14. So, her father arranged for his children to attend school in another town. Johnson was a brilliant student and skipped several years at school. She graduated from college with a degree in mathematics and French at the age of 18 and became a teacher. In 1953, she began working at NASA, a government space travel organization. They needed to make complicated calculations with a high degree of accuracy, but at that time, the computer technology to do this had not been developed yet. Instead, NASA hired women to do the calculations using only an adding machine, pencil and paper. Johnson's mathematical skills meant that she was of great value to the organization as a human computer. However, NASA was a difficult place to work. Women were not given credit on official reports for the work they had done, and they were not invited to important meetings. Furthermore, segregation meant that African American women had to work in separate offices and could not share toilet or dining facilities with other staff. When the organization changed its name to NASA in 1958, this segregation ended. However, Johnson and other women still had to insist on attending meetings, even without invitations, and fight for the right to be listed as authors. After electronic computers became available, Johnson's mathematical experience was still crucial to key projects. In 1961, she planned the flight path and landing area for astronaut Alan Shepard on the first manned American space mission. In 1962, she did the same for John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth. In fact, Glenn had such respect for Johnson's work that he refused to fly until she had checked the computer calculations herself. Johnson also worked on the Apollo 11 and Apollo 13 moon missions. On the disastrous Apollo 13 mission, Johnson found a way for the astronauts to return to Earth safely using their own observations of stars to guide them. She later worked on the space shuttle, satellite launches, and even Mars missions before her retirement in 1986. It took another 30 years for Johnson to receive recognition for the pioneering work she had done. In 2015, US President Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and the following year, NASA named a building after her. Also, in 2016, a book called Hidden Figures told the true story of Johnson and other African American women who worked for NASA, and in 2017, a fictionalized film of the same name was released, which focused on the experience of Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson. This film received many awards. Johnson's work paved the way for more women and people of color to work for NASA and in other related fields. She died in 2020.
Okay, so let's go back to our sheet with questions. Okay, so question number 1. Why didn't Johnson attend school in her hometown? Who would like to answer? Abdul Kadir is ready. For the new members, please, on the bottom of the screen, you have the buttons with the reaction. You can find a hand to indicate you are ready to answer the questions. Go ahead, Abdul Kadir.
Okay. In her hometown, Afro-Americans weren't allowed to continue the school after 14.
Exactly.
That's why he didn't attend school in her hometown. He went
She
had to go to, she had to go to the other school, other hometown.
Exactly. So the reason was the discrimination that they faced at that time in her own hometown. Thank you. Very, very well. Question number 2, who would like to answer? It can be only one adjective. You don't need to find a very complicated answer, because we learned from the story that before computers were introduced, people did some calculation, right? So what type of calculation were there? You can imagine just working for space as an astronaut, or trying to figure out the details before a mission to the space. What kind of calculation, what type of calculation? Yes, William? Unmute yourself, okay.
Based about question number 2, type of calculation the human computers, like mathematics. Yeah, I think this is mathematics.
Calculations are usually mathematic, but were they easy or difficult?
It's difficult.
Difficult, yes, and very
difficult.
very complicated ones. I think that nowadays people wouldn't be able to do these calculations. Sorry, I don't want to say bad things about contemporary students, but our brains, we are so used to computer calculators and all these machines that help us count, that we won't be probably able to do such complicated stuff. Chris, you would like to add something, or you are ready to answer the third question?
Maybe the calculations could
Okay,
be
sorry,
related
but your
to-
voice is very loud. Can you do something to speak more stronger, louder?
Now?
I can hear you, but your voice is very low.
Let me check here.
Maybe you can, if you use a headphone set, maybe you can speak closer to the microphone.
Okay. Maybe the calculations could be related to airship's path or trajectory, also materials resistance, and maybe related to fuel consumption, for example. That kind of
Wow.
calculations.
Yes, a lot of technical language that you used to answer that question. Exactly. And imagine, I'm talking to the whole class, that these calculations were very important. One mistake could cause a serious complication. I mean, even death or failure of the whole mission. So that the work of this lady, of Elizabeth, and others who did it was really very important. Okay, so let's go to the number 3 question. Hanan, you are ready? Okay, or not? You could try.
Sorry, I just wanted to answer number 4 because I don't have the answer for number 3.
Okay, so do the number 4 and we will come back to the third one.
Okay, so the astronaut John Glenn required that Johnson would check the computer by herself. And why? Because he trusted in her and trusted her judgment to check if the calculation is right or wrong.
More than the computers, right? It is, if anyone would say that to me, I will feel so privileged, right?
Yeah.
He trusted her more than computers. So wow, she must have been really perfect in her work. Okay, so do we have anyone who knows the answers to question number 3? Abdul Kadir?
What important work events did Johnson and her colleagues miss and why? What was their response? They missed the meetings and dinings together with all staff. And also they weren't credited, how can we say? They haven't been credited for their reports. Their names were not written in the reports, in the projects.
Mm-hmm.
And they insisted to get their rights and how can we say what was their
Fulfilled, yes. After some time, they succeeded, right, with that.
yes, after the change of name, from NACA to NASA, they got their rights. Yes.
Yeah. So, but why they weren't allowed to participate in the meetings?
Because of the segregation to the women and especially for the people of color.
Exactly. So, yeah, like double this segregation, right?
Yes.
Because they were women, and then because they are Afro-Americans. So that this was the reason. Perfect. Okay. Number 5. Who will answer, or at least try? No one could. I mean that for students who joined later, maybe this is difficult. Okay, Hanan, try it.
Okay, she helped the astronauts by making them rely on their own judgment instead of only the computers. They observe what they see and then they make their own judgment without relying entirely on computers.
Yeah, so she helped them to return safely to the Earth. Okay, to Earth. Okay, perfectly. And the last one, it's an easy question. What is difference between Hidden Figure book and film? Do we have anyone else than Abdul Kadir who understood that? If not, you can answer Abdul Kadir that question.
Okay. As far as I heard, the film focused on the experiences of these ladies, and the book was focusing on their life. This is what I
Okay,
remember.
the key word here is fiction and non-fiction. So
Yes.
the book was non-fiction. It means that it was exactly based on her life and events. But the film, who was produced a year later after the book was, I wrote here, 2016 and 2017. So a year later was a little bit fictionalized. So it means that some things that weren't real were added to the film. What often happens, because there are some strict rules, people have to follow when they make a film to be able to sell it out. I think this is the reason. Okay, so
By the way,
perfectly. Yes.
have you watched the movie? Have you seen this
Hidden
movie?
Figures? No. But definitely after this class I should.
The
Have
name
you?
of the movie was different. But
Okay.
Hidden Figures, the name of the book, I think.
Uh-huh.
I watched the
Yes.
movie.
Mhm,
Yes,
mhm.
the movie focused on a short period of their life.
Okay. Okay, so
And
it's not like a full biography, but only
and three ladies were equally main characters of the movie. Mhm.
Okay, so did you see the film recently or before?
No, 2 years ago, I think. Mhm.
Okay, so you know the story of Elizabeth before our English class. Perfect.
Mhm.
Because for me, she wasn't a known person before the class, so it's interesting. Okay. Now we have some nice 3 questions related to where are they? This was done last time. Okay, here in the language in context, point number 4, we have 3 sentences with some expressions made in bold. We need to try now to explain what these words in bold mean. So first of all, let's read the first sentence. Maria Elsa, can you do that for us? Question number 1. I mean sentence number 1, sorry, because they are not questions, they are sentences. Just read the
Okay.
sentence. Thank you.
Okay. Johnson was a brilliant student and skipped several years at school.
Thank you. Are you ready to explain what does it mean to skip several years at school?
I think she didn't go to the school for some years, several years.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't study.
Mm-hmm. But why?
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
May, okay, not a problem. May, you would like to add something? I saw that you...
Okay.
No, Maria is all right. I am asking another participant because I saw that she unmuted herself. May Chi?
I can't read the story actually, so it's okay. Is it based on the story or is it a
Yes,
general question?
these sentences are taken from the story, but even if you haven't heard the story, just reading the sentence, we try to explain what means to skip several years at school.
Skip several years from school.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is basically means escape from school for a certain period, or maybe didn't
Okay,
manage
so why
to
people
attend school.
skip years at school?
Probably because at that particular period they are having some challenges or some difficulties that unable them to attend school. So that could be one of the reasons.
Okay, Abdul Kadir, what did you think? What do you think?
Skipping several years, I think you are free from studying these years. For example, you are at the first grade and they notice that you are very clever. They put you third class or fourth class next year instead of second class.
Exactly. So this is, I mean, exactly with the Johnson situation, it was said that she was so clever, she was so intelligent that she didn't need to go year after year. She skipped. It means like a jump. She jumped from one class directly to to the other. I don't remember now the details, how many years she skipped, but she didn't need to go there, not because of sickness or I don't know, some natural disasters that caused the closure of schools, but because she was so bright, so wise. Okay, Chris, you can do the sentence number 2. You need to unmute yourself because you are not audible. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
However, Johnson and other women still had to fight for the right to be listed as authors. Okay.
What
So
fight for the right mean?
far for the right. Far for the right is like another person writes the book and she has no rights in that moment because she was the main actress in that film, right? Or in that history. So it is very, how can I say, it's to make
Yes,
justice.
here in this sentence is exactly stated that she wanted to be acknowledged as a person who put some effort. But to fight for the right, we can fight for different rights, right? For example, people who are under war are fighting to the right to live in a free from war country. Those who are hungry or that are discriminated in any way, they are fighting for the right to achieve what they want, what they desire, what they have a right to, because they are human. I think this is a very easy expression, right? For example, we can fight for the freedom of religion. We can fight for the freedom of or the rights of women.
Has both
Right?
meaning, negative and positive, right?
If we are fighting for rights, right, it means not I am right and you are not, but it's more that this is a value that everyone deserves to have. For example, everyone has the right to be evaluated as person, to be accepted as a person, no matter of color of the skin, no matter of economic status, no matter of country of origin, no matter of age, right? We have the same dignity as people. So we have the right to be treated.
It's like afforded many problems until my goals. It's right.
Could you repeat, because I couldn't hear well the beginning of the sentence?
Okay, it's a meaning I have to face many problems or struggle to achieve my goals. Right?
Yes, because fight is something difficult. Yes, it's not that coming like this way easy, but you need to persuade. Like Elizabeth had to persuade that she has the right to be invited to the meeting, even though she was a woman, and even though she was African American, right? That she has the same right to be present on the meeting. Okay, sentence number 3. Very nice expression, Hanan.
Okay, paved the way is mean to make things easier later for people after you. It means like to put or to do the first action so that you will facilitate things for people who come after you. So Johnson worked there. It was a chance for other women of people of color and also for women to work in this field and in other fields in general.
Yes, exactly. It's very nice. You are going to build a way, a road, right? So you need to clean the space first, and then you prepare the others to make the way, and they can walk on this road. So you are like the pioneer. I don't know if this word is known to you. Like the first one who initiates a project that others can have some profit from it. Okay, so it's really nice. I am not sure if you are taking notes. These three expressions are really nice to remember and then to use them in sentences. When you will, for example, tell a story about an important person who has an influence on the society, you can use, I think, especially second and third one. Well, she fought for the rights and paved the way. Okay, any questions? Everything is clear? So now we have a short grammar part of the lesson that is really, I think, can be useful, because here we have one sentence taken from the audio, or no, sorry, it wasn't in the audio, but it is about the Elizabeth. She wrote, her sentence was written in the interview, as we see in the Daily Press in 1990. And maybe, Francisco, if I can ask you to read the sentence, okay?
If you read the journal Aviation Week, you could find out more about the future of space travel.
Sorry, I am meaning this in the box, okay? This sentence. I hope you see the same what I'm trying to share.
We
Or
were
not.
pioneers
Mhm,
of the
mhm.
space area.
Answer this question.
No, okay. I just wanted Francisco to read the sentence. Okay, continue.
We were the pioneers of the space area. You had to read Aviation Weeks to find out what you're done.
Okay, so we were you had to read a newspaper to find out what it was. So now we need to find from ABC the best fitting expression what this sentence mean. So maybe I would find a volunteer to read all three options, and then we will try to figure out which one describes in the best way the meaning of the quote. Abdul Kadir, okay, you can read them.
Okay. If you read the journal Aviation Week, you could find out more about the future of space travel. B. Johnson wrote articles for Aviation Week about her work for NASA. C. Johnson and her colleagues didn't always realize exactly what they were working on until later.
So, Abdul Kadir, any ideas? Which one is best fitting to the meaning of the quote?
Could be A.
Any other ideas from the group?
Could be the first one, the A.
So this was exactly what Abdul Kadir said. This is not the correct answer.
B.
Yeah, it could be B.
For
But
Aviation Week about her work for NASA. B.
But was Katherine Johnson writing an article? She didn't write articles. So maybe because it's difficult. Imagine I am a doctor and I implemented a new treatment for, I don't know, stomach ache. And I'm not fully aware what I've done until I saw in the newspaper an article about me that quotes or says, "Oh, Adrianna invented a new therapy, and now many people suffering from diseases regarding stomach can be helped, right? Can be cured. So here, but this is maybe because when Elizabeth was working, she was not acknowledged as women, as a worker, as a person. So nobody said, oh, what you did is really so important. After, when she wrote, she read the newspaper, she realized that she did something important. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so during their work, not only Johnson, but the women who were working together with her didn't fully realize or were aware how important work they were doing, right? So this was the sense, the explanation of the meaning. Now we need to work on the grammar. So we need to identify. Oh, this is so difficult. I would need more screens. I need to make it a little smaller, not to lose the sentence. So you can see here we have some bold underlined expressions, had to read and you've done. So we need to identify this short for comes from what word, first of all. I will need to write it here, so I will prepare myself. Any ideas? This you'd done, what this with the apostrophe can mean or indicate to?
You would done?
There are
It is
two possibilities, would or
had.
had. Okay, so what do you think? Reading the whole sentence, what's fitting best? Would or had?
Had.
Head down. That, of course, and this signify.
Signify?
Okay. Thank you. A tense that we called past simple,
Past
right?
perfect.
Past perfect. Yes,
Past
past
perfect.
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 So,
That's perfect.
which time we have here? Had to read.
Past simple.
Past simple and past perfect. So, who could explain why and when we use past perfect? Very often together with past simple.
I will explain.
Okay, please, Egi.
Yeah, I can use the past perfect when I speak about two actions.
Exactly.
One attended before the other one.
Yes, both were done in the past, but this one for which we use past perfect was before the second, right? So first
Yeah.
they did something or had done something, then she read about that in the newspaper. Okay, so here we have some examples to try to figure out it or work on it more. In every sentence, here there are 4 sentences. We need to use past perfect and past simple. And we need to judge which action was before the other to indicate which one was the first one. Okay? So I will write here, but I need someone who will be the volunteer to do the first sentence. Abdul Kadir is ready. Okay, go ahead. If you need, you can just read first the sentence and then we will try to indicate.
Can I read the first one?
No, Abdul Kadir will do. You can do the second, okay?
Okay, when Johnson was born, her mother was a housewife or had been a housewife, but a teacher. Interesting.
What was first?
Her mother was a housewife. Her mother. But
okay, we are speaking about mother of Elizabeth Johnson, right? Who was housewife and was a teacher. What was first?
I think housewife is first. No.
No, because she couldn't be a teacher anymore when she born a child.
I didn't understand the function of but in this sentence.
Teacher, I understand this one.
But its significance here is its meaning that she wasn't all her life a housewife. She had another career before giving birth to the child. And very often women need to resign from the career to raise children right at home. And it is beautiful, but challenging as well. So if
The last sentence. What about the last sentence?
But Eji, we are on the first one. Why are you asking about the last one?
Hello?
I can hear you, but we are on the sentence number, the first sentence first, and then we would go to the last one. Okay, so if housewife was later and teacher was before, so which tense we need to use here?
Here was past tense.
Was,
Simple past
exactly.
tense. And then
here?
past perfect.
And how it would, how we need to formulate it?
Had been, I think.
Had been, exactly. Yeah, I think this was the most difficult. Now we will have less challenges. Eji, you can do the second if you wish. You can read the sentence first and we will try to figure out what was first, okay?
Teacher.
Read the sentence. No response. Okay, William, give it a try then if you are ready, but unmute yourself.
Which question?
Sentence number 2, here where is 3 and 4.
Okay, sentence number 2. Number 2, but had been the teacher, they needed to make complicated calculation with a high degree of accuracy, but at the time, okay. Number 2, had been. Number 3, needed.
William, I ask you to read the sentence. Read the sentence, the whole sentence.
Oh. Yeah, okay. When Johnson was born, her mother was
No, the next one.
a housewife.
This is already done.
Start they need to make complicated.
Yeah, they needed to make complicated calculation with a high degree of accuracy, but at the time, the computer technology to go. Yeah.
To do this, blank. Okay,
To do this. Okay.
What should go here in number 3? Not just need. Not need in the past simple with
teacher.
Needed.
Yes, needed.
Needed. And here in number 4, past perfect.
Had not been developed.
What the action happened
Abdul
before the
Kadir
another
once
one?
more.
What?
Had not been developed yet.
Yes, had not been. I have no space.
Teacher, please. What the action happens the first?
What do you think?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. But Eji, do you hear me?
What the action happens the first. They need or not be developed.
They needed.
I think not be developed.
They needed.
The first action not be
Mhm.
developed. That's why they needed. They had need to make complicated.
No, the technology needed to be developed before they needed it. So that's why here it's past perfect and the third is past simple. Because at that time they needed this technology, it should have been invented, but it hadn't been yet. They needed. So the technology should be first, invented first, and then they needed to use it. Because you cannot use something that doesn't exist, right? So first I develop technology, then I can use it. So they needed to make this calculation, but they couldn't use computers because the technology hadn't been developed yet. Is that making sense? Or not? People say yes or not, because I'm not sure if you understand.
Yes, makes sense.
Okay.
She said yes.
Yes.
Yeah, perfectly. Okay. So, Edgy, will you try the next sentence? Or you don't want to? Yeah.
In fact,
Mhm.
In fact, Jaleel had such respect for John's work that he refused to fly. I think that he refused to fly and had checked the computer collocation herself.
Yes, this is the correct. She refused until she had checked. Yes. So first she checked, and then he agreed to fly. Yeah. Wow. This is a little bit complicated. Okay, the last sentence. Do we have a volunteer to do it?
May I?
Who is speaking? Chris? Okay, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, it take another 30 years for Johnson to receive recognition for the pioneering work Blank do, right? It took another 30 years for Johnson to receive recognition for the pioneering work. Help me, guys.
Had
done. Had done. Okay.
Yes, it's to
Maybe passive. Had been done, maybe, teacher.
She had done. She is missing. Yes, thank you. She has done. She had done.
Where she had done.
Yes, thank you, Abdul Kadir, that you are so attentive. Okay, yes, first she did that work, and then it took some time to be recognized. For those who are unsure about how we form past perfect, we need to use the past participle. So if you have these irregular verbs, it's the third column of the verb and have had or had not, right? Here, there are some hints that can be very useful if when we speak, we really very rarely used past perfect, right? We use very often past simple, present perfect to indicate the relationship in time. We find past perfect mostly in written English, right? When we read stories and there is a story referring a past event to indicate which one was first, then we mostly used past perfect. And here, I think these 3 points where the examples are very useful. When you speak or we want to say something about, you found out about long time after it happened. So first it happened and then you found out about it. Something that hadn't been developed yet when you were born, or someone who didn't receive recognition for something they had done until many years later. So these are, I think, very helpful tips when, where, how we can use past perfect. Okay, we have only 8 more minutes. I'm so sad about that. So we'll skip this part. I would like us to reach only number 5. Here we have, I don't know how to do it because there are on 2 pages, and this will be really hard to be. I will try. Maybe I will succeed with that. No, it doesn't work like that. So we'll first read 2 quotes of Katherine Johnson, and then we will move to the next page where is the 3rd quote. So maybe someone who didn't say anything yet in the classroom would like to read these 2 quotations. Just read. Pop, maybe you will try. What do you think? And Elsa, you will read the 1st one, okay?
Okay, teacher. If you want to know, you ask a question. There is no such thing as a dumb question. It's dumb if you don't ask it. I think it's like
No,
when
no,
you...
just read. You don't need to comment. You just read. Read
Okay.
the quote number 2.
You lose your curiosity and you stop learning.
Thank you. And now, Pop, please read the 3rd quote, okay?
Realize what you do, and then you will do your best.
Yeah. Like what you do, and then you will do your best. Yes, maybe I can. I'm just wondering how it works. I will tell you, okay, this one, what I wanted. Would it work? No. Because I wanted to have all 3 quotes on one page, but it's difficult. So, okay,
Maybe you can copy and paste to the previous page.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let me see, but here I think it's... Do we have a copy stuff here? I don't see it. Okay, it's difficult. So let's don't lose time now for me to figure out. Let's focus first of these two quotations. Or maybe I will just type it, okay? So like what you do, and then you will do your best. Like what you do, and then do your best, right? Do
yes.
your best. Okay, so this is like the 3rd one. Because the question is, which of these Katherine Johnson quotes do you like best and why? So we can have different opinion. I'm asking you to think about that. Now I can make it bigger to help you read it more easily. So we'll put here number 3, okay? This technology doesn't want to listen to me. Okay. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd one. So which one which of these is your favorite and why? Abdul Kadir, you can start.
The third one is the best among them. I think because there is an advice about working in a job you like, but it is not always possible. You cannot. Maybe it is like a dream for everyone, but not achievable for many people. And whatever you are working in, or whatever what line you are working in, do try to like what you do, to be happy, because you cannot change this job easily. And then after learning, loving this job, then do your best to increase the satisfaction, and maybe open the way to promotion, get promoted, or even earning more money if
Okay.
it is important for you.
So Abdul Kadir, would you like to do the job that Elizabeth did?
Oh, sure, of course.
Really?
Yes. I like calculations.
Yeah?
I'm an
Okay.
engineer,
Okay.
that's why it could be. Why not?
Yeah, for example, if you think that your calculation are regarding space, distance in the, I don't know,
Yes,
an
and
important mission, yeah.
one of my friends from high school is working for NASA now.
Wow, amazing, really amazing. Thank you. Anyone else that would like to express which of the sentence you like? Why? Pop, are you
Yes,
ready?
for
Okay.
my opinions, I think all these called for the best, but I choose just only one for two because you lose your curiosity when you stop.
Curiosity.
That's curiosity. Mean if you're done think, you stop thinking or you stop the dot, everything mean you don't need to learn, mean you don't know everything, you not update or don't know how to say, don't follow about the nowadays situation or like the economies or the how to say. Yes, if the people that stop to learning, stop the curious, meaner they don't know and stop stop their life.
Yeah,
Meaner they die. Yes.
you here in the room are the perfect example that we can continuously learn even as adults. And I think that we all have the same experience. The more we are learning, the more we want to improve. I mean, all spaces are opening in front of us, and we realize that even though we have accomplished our degrees, we are ready, we are working, there are so many things still to be discovered, right? Pop, excellent choice, thank you. We can do one more person, even though our class should finish now, but let's do it. Anyone that would really feel courage to share? I agree with Pop that all three sentences are really very nice. Okay, Elsa?
Oh, I'd like to speak about the first one because
Perfect.
sometimes we are fear to make a question. We don't value our thoughts, and we need to ask and share our doubts. I think we can learn more when we are able to express our idea and ask for what we want to learn.
Yes, exactly. To clarify, to understand, right? When we don't ask, we lose the opportunity to clarify what we don't understand. So perfect. I'm very happy that you have chosen different quotes, and thanks to that we could speak a little bit about these very wise sentences. I think we can remember them and keep learning, keep widening our perspectives. So at that point, I would really like to thank you for coming to my class today. I will share the sheet in the group, so anyone that would like to come back to the first part we did last week, or to do more exercises or remember the vocabulary, you can do that. So thank you very much, and we will see each other hopefully next week, the same hour. Okay, thank you
Thank
for
you,
sharing,
teacher.
for participating.
Thank you so much.
You did very
Have a
well
nice week.
today. I'm proud of you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.